So we go back to looking at tooth decay. Okay. We go back to looking at tooth decay and dentition. Now, what we need to know about tooth decay is it's the wearing away of enamel of the tooth. Now, I know that the tooth has the hardest part of it, that is the enamel. Let me just draw this. Let's say this is the surface of the tooth, and okay, let's say this is a tooth. The surface part here, on top here, the one is used for biting, tearing, etc., called the enamel. Okay, due to the presence, let's say you eat food. When you eat food, those food particles, let's say these are teeth. Okay, the teeth. Then those food particles, they remain here between teeth. All right, they remain between your teeth. Then as long as these teeth, these particles that remain there, what happens is that when they are exposed to air, okay, when they are exposed to air, they are able to undergo what we call fermentation. They are able to get oxidized. Now, once they get oxidized, what happens is that they ferment. They undergo fermentation. Now, once those particles undergo fermentation, they produce acid. Known as lactic acid. Now, once this lactic acid is produced, now remember that one of the characteristics of all acid is that they are corrosive. They are able to eat up something. Now, as long as it's an acid, it corrodes the enamel part. Once it corrodes the enamel part, it eats up the enamel part. Now, once the enamel has been eaten, the tooth becomes exposed to bacteria, to other environmental conditions. Now, once that happens is that the tooth becomes sensitive, one, to cold things. Whenever you take something cold, the tooth pains. Whenever you take something hot, the tooth pains. Why? Because the enamel has been eaten up by the acids. So the simple way I can describe tooth decay is it's the wearing away of the enamel due to the presence of the bacteria from fermentation. Fermentation produces lactic acid, which further eats up or corrodes the enamel, exposing the tooth to certain danger. Now, how can you prevent tooth decay? Okay, how can you prevent tooth decay? For preventing tooth decay, we have a lot of means. One of them is that eating food, okay? Eat food rich in calcium and phosphorus. Okay? Eat food rich in calcium and phosphorus. Remember, calcium is responsible for making the enamel strong. You should also visit the dentist. Visit the dentist regularly, okay, to check up on your condition of your teeth. Another one is that avoid sugary food. Sugary what? Foods. You avoid sugary food. Remember, these sugary food are able to easily ferment once they're exposed to air. Also, you should brush your teeth regularly. Okay, so brush your teeth regularly. And this is why we end under tooth decay. I'll see you in the next video.